All right, you guys. We're here with Jeffrey, my
There we
boy.
go.
So,
Finally.
man. Hey, bro.
Sorry,
I'm so
bro.
excited to have you on, dude. What are you doing right now?
Nothing. I was just on the phone with my mom for a while. I'm sorry I'm so late.
You're good, man. You're good. I was talking to my friend. I was talking to everybody on here about it. I was like, man, I got something to do at 4:30. But you know what? He's speaking to his mom right now. It's more important. We're just gonna slide those things to the side and sit right here with my boy Aaron Jeffrey, man.
Cool.
Oh yeah, man. So tell me, dude. First off, before we start the thing, I want to tell you, dude. You're 1 month out from your win over Murad Ramazanov. World grappling champion. You went in there. You showed your grit. You showed your heart, and not just that, but you showed your high level and great experience over a world champion grappler like Murad Ramazanov in the first match of the PFL tournament. I want to start off by saying congratulations, Aaron, for reals, man.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
You could have lost. And you could have just not even had a fight coming up or nothing like that, So
True.
luck and skills and everything is on your side, bro. That's nice.
Yeah, man.
So, before we talk about your win and before we talk about your upcoming match with Dalton Rosta, I want to go back into 1 week before um, your fight with Marad. And I want to talk about that week. So, tell me, dude, that Monday, you're 6 days away from your fight with Marad. How are you feeling during that week heading into, the week where you got to start losing that weight for the weigh in? How are you feeling?
It was good, man. I had a solid training camp. Um, I'm training down in Florida at Killcliff, which is like 2.5 hours from Orlando, which is where the fight was. So I got to drive to the fight. I only had to drive a couple hours rather than take the airplane and have the big travel and everything. So it was cool. Yeah, I drove there. Had one of my buddies with me on fight week, one of my training partners, and yeah, it was chill, man. It was a good fight week.
Damn, that's sick right there, bro. That's what we want to hear. That's good right there. What about the weight cut? So I know you're fighting in the middleweight division, which is 185 pounds. What are you normally walking around at?
Anywhere between like 200, 205. So I'm not huge for the weight class.
Okay, okay, okay. And so I'm guessing it's kind of an easy weight cut for you, that not too much.
Yeah, yeah, it's always pretty smooth.
Oh, that's tight, man. That's great, dude. Some guys are having those tough weight cuts where they're throwing up and they're feeling like crap going into their
Yeah,
fights. So you had nothing like that, huh?
no, not at all.
Damn. Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about, dude. So, and what about, I want to know something else. Did you like the weigh-ins? How did you like the weigh-in? I was watching it live, dude, and I thought it was sick. I thought the music in the background, and then when you walked out and they have you guys face off and everything, how did you like the PFL weigh-in, bro?
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's good production. It's good for the fans. The one thing though, it's pretty shitty for the fighters actually because it's they do that in the evening. So I weighed in the morning at like 9 a.m. and these
Oh,
like the fake weigh-in. It's at night at like 6 p.m. So I
yeah.
want to be chilling and rehydrating and resting. I have to get on a bus. We drive 30 minutes to the stadium. I have to sit around there for like an hour.
Damn.
I have to take my clothes off, go on stage, go
Yes.
back, take the bus all the way back home. So it takes like 3 or 4 hours out of my day to do this fake weigh in when I have to fight the next day. I just want to be relaxing.
That's 100% true right there, dude. I never even looked at it like that neither. I mean, that takes a lot out of you guys. That was gonna be my next question. So you guys have the real weigh-ins in the morning, and then that weigh-in that they took place with the PFL was basically like the fake weigh-in, huh?
Yeah, the mock weigh ins, they call it.
How yeah. How yeah. Hey, the production was great though, Aaron. You look
Good.
tight, dude. You look tight. I was excited about that, man. That was pretty cool right there.
Yeah, yeah, they do a good job.
Now tell me, with the PFL, is there any type of weight clauses? Like say when you come in on that morning and you weigh on Friday 185 pounds, are you free to come in on Saturday at 205?
Yeah.
Okay, great, great, great. All right, so that's good then. So you're allowed to bulk up. You're feeling good as you're heading into your fights that Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, man. All right, all right, all right. So man, your fight with Murad Ramazanov. was an amazing fight, bro. I thought we got to see a lot of your heart and a lot of your grit in that fight. You know what I mean? I know you don't work out with weights and stuff like that. So in this fight against a grappler like that, where muscle and endurance and stuff like that, might be an issue. It doesn't seem to be an issue for you at all, Aaron. What is the just the answer to you having such great endurance, man?
I just train a lot, bro. That's it. That's what I do in the gym every day, right? Like, I think if you want to have good endurance for grappling, maybe like doing weights and going for a run, it might help. But I think doing more hard grappling is the way to get good at that.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. I actually like that too, dude. I've been doing that with one of my own students. I'm training this kid to box. He's already kind of in shape. I'm like, you know what? Let's not focus on trying to get you in shape and stuff like that. Let's focus on your skills, which is
Yeah,
more important.
yeah.
I like that. I like that, man. I like that. So tell me, dude, in between these fights, you fight Marad, you get the win, and now you have to wait 2 months, to fight on June 27th against Dalton Rosta, a man that you've already beaten, a guy who claims to be the best middleweight fighter in the world. Got a lot of things to say about that. I mean, hey, the man I'm talking to right now got a lot of things to say about that. But let me see. Tell me, right after your fight, what did you get to celebrate, man? Because, like I said, you're 2 months away from your next fight. Did you go out and have some beers? Did you go out and gain a bunch of weight? What's going on?
I had some beers the night of the fight for sure. I had some beers and some pizza, but it was pretty chill, pretty low key. And then yeah, that was it. I took a week out of the gym. Me and my girl went on a little road trip and did some sightseeing and stuff, and then I was back in the gym.
Nice, man. Nice. So just a week off, and then you're straight back in there. What about any injuries? Because I know in this PFL tournament, the injuries are going to be a big, big issue. If you got a gash in the middle of your eyebrow, and you're going into this next fight, I mean, that's a big, big, disadvantage, especially when your opponent knows that. Did you suffer any injuries?
Nope, not at all.
Damn. Hell yeah. That's what I was hoping for, bro. A clean, clean victory. So that way in your next fight, you're in there like a fresh fighter again.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. Now, I want to talk about Dalton Rosta, man. I see Dalton Rosta, he got that win over Sadabu Sai. This is a guy that you've already beaten before, man. How do you feel? How did you feel after seeing Dalton Rosta get that dart choke on Sadabu Sai? What were your emotions like?
Um, I wouldn't say that I was too emotionally invested in it. Um, to be honest, I kind of thought like that was a matchup that I preferred. Sadibu was like a lanky southpaw. It's like a difficult style to deal with.
Yeah.
I think stylistically, Dalton Rosta is a good fight for me, but I wouldn't say I was like emotionally invested in it.
Okay, okay then. Well, that's great then. That's good to hear because I was thinking, that you're like you would be emotionally invested in it, but I also see why you wouldn't be because you got the win against
Yeah,
Dalton Rosta. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's Dalton. When you guys were facing off, I don't know if you noticed, bro, but when you guys faced off right there in the middle of the ring during the PFL thing, I seen him take a big deep breath. You were smiling. You were smiling, looking at my man, bro. I seen you're like. Woo, like, hey, I like that. And when I seen in Dalton Rosta was like he was looking at Goliath, the guy that's already taking him down, a guy who's already and the way that you beat Dalton Rosta, Aaron, it was a pretty brutal beatdown, dude. I mean, this guy was shooting for your legs. You basically could do anything. You're soccer kicking the dude. I mean, bro, do you see any improvements in his game since the last time that you guys have fought?
Um, well, he
Because he
looked pretty good. He looked pretty good in that fight against Sadibu. Um, I mean, I don't know how many submission wins he has, so maybe that was like a new thing that he's added is trying to get some submissions in his game. But I mean, I think his style is essentially the same. He throws a lot of big overhands and hooks.
Yeah.
He shoots a double leg takedown against the fence. Um, yeah, I think stylistically he's pretty similar.
Yeah, I seen. Yeah, yeah, he does throw those really. Well, I don't want to say bad, but they're not the best right hooks. He throws these really looping hooks, and
Pretty well.
honestly, yeah, my opinion too is he's only had two fights since he's fought you, right?
Mhm.
And the fight before Sauda Busai, I mean, that guy is not Aaron Jeffrey at all. And then you're going up against a guy like Sauda Busai, who is not a wrestler or grappler at all. I think, and I know it gets Dalton Rosta the confidence, beating a guy like Sauda Busai. You knock them out. All of a sudden, you're striking. You think it's great. But, dude, the thing about Dalton Rosta is when he throws his hooks, you can see how much he involves his legs. He plants his feet before he throws the 1-2. And he throws pure power in every single punch. Bro, with a guy like you, I could see the same, bro. I could see easy takedowns from you, just destroying him again. I think you're a better striker than him. I think you're a better wrestler than him. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, I think so, and I'm gonna show that in a few weeks.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, I can't wait for that, dude. Dota Rosa claims to be the best middleweight in the division, man. And this is a fight that he's really been wanting. Are you aware of the type of hunger and the type of drive that Dalton Rosta has in him right now? You got to remember he's lost to you already, and you're his only loss in his career. And this is the time for him to show his family and everybody what he's made of. Are you prepared for that, Aaron?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every fight to me, I'm expecting to face like the toughest competition, right? And yeah, this guy, he's lost to me. He wanted this rematch for a while. I know he's probably gonna train harder than ever and be more motivated than ever, but so am I.
Yep. And at the end of the day, that's how it is, dude. Let's see if he's prepared enough for what the Ontario, Canada's finest, Aaron Jeffrey, has to bring him, man. I can't wait for that. July 27th. Now, but I don't want to get too ahead and speak a little too early about things. But on the other side of the tournament, you got Fabian Edwards taking on Josh Severio. Fabian just beat your training partner. I believe you trained with Impa Kawasangwe, right?
Yeah.
And Fabian Edwards, it was a good performance, man. He showed his great striking again, a great takedown defense that he has in that fight, bro. You're in the semifinal match. You're going up against a guy that you've already beaten in Dalton Rosta, Aaron Jeffrey, dude. I could see a possible finals match. Not trying to get too ahead of myself, but if it does, I can see you facing Fabian Edwards for the $500,000. Tell me what you think about that matchup, and is that something that you've been wanting in the back of your head?
Yeah, I agree with you that it's very possible that I'm gonna have that matchup, but like you said, not getting too far ahead of yourself. I have Dalton Rosta to think about right now. Like he's the next guy that I need to take out. It doesn't make any sense for me to think about other matchups right now, so I'm just focused on this one fight.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, dude. And tell me, bro, how has life been for you, Aaron, since your win? How has life been for you? Are you in Florida right now, or are you right there in Canada?
No, I'm in Florida. Yeah, it's been good, man. Like I said, I had like a week off, not even like 5 days off, and then I got back in the gym. So things have been pretty routine. It's mostly just eat, sleep, and train.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool. And where are you staying at right now, man? You have your own house out there? You staying with your buddies? You staying at the gym?
No, I have some friends that are from Canada that own a house down here, so I just rent off of them.
That's cool, man. That's tight right there. And dude, I can't wait for your fight coming up, Aaron Jeffrey. I think that's gonna be all. That's it that we have for you today, my friends. I just wanted to catch up with you real quick.
Cool.
Go over your last fight with Marab, how your training camp with your next fight coming up with Dalton Rosta, bro. Aaron, we're absolutely hoping that you get this done, bro. You're not only somebody that I'm having on as an interview, but yeah, I feel personally connected with you, man. And when you step in that ring, even when you have those face-offs, I start sweating. I start getting excited, Aaron.
Oh
Bro, Jeffrey, dude, let's get the bag, man. Let's get the bag
yeah.
and get ready. And don't forget that there's another dog coming for you. So you got to be the bigger dog in that ring, my friends. I just hit
Oh
the damn
yeah.
pop out.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, Aaron. Hey, man. Thank you for joining, bro.
Thank you,
Seriously,
bro.
even if it's 20 minutes or not, bro, you made my day. And I'm about to
Awesome.
go have myself a cold Modelo, chillax
Nice.
with my son, and
Nice.
tell everybody about how I'm speaking with Aaron Jeffery, my boy.
Cool,
For reals,
man.
man. Shout out to you,
Thank you,
Aaron. Have a
dude.
good night.
Okay, you too,
And I
brother.
can't wait for your goddamn fight. Let's go, Aaron.
Go.
Team Aaron, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Ah, yeah. All right, Aaron. I'll see you
Okay.
next time, buddy. I'll see you
Peace,
next time.
bro. Bye.
Nice. Nice, you guys. Hey, short but sweet, my people. Short but sweet. You know, we absolutely love Aaron Jeffery over here on this podcast. We don't have the most time. I already got to leave right now. I think